Hey, welcome, my friends. This is Big Stu, and welcome again to one of my mystery box openings. Today's box, we'll be looking at the September 2016 Nerd Block Sci-fi grab bag. I'm not 100% sure because I'm still new at this if the sci-fi September sci-fi box is different from the September grab bag box, but we'll talk about that in a moment. First off, I just want to say this is my shirt, wearing my shirt from the last box, which was in our last video, the Nerd Block Classic for September 2016. It feels comfortable, and like I talked about a little bit on the Nerd Block box, I believe I rated that a 4 out of a 10. There just wasn't a lot of things that I was super interested in, and I was just a little bit disappointed with that. Now, I'm very hopeful and excited with this mystery theme, not mystery, I'm sorry, with the sci-fi theme box. And there's a lot of sci-fi things I like. I like Star Wars, I like Doctor Who, I like Star Trek, and Battlestar Galactica. So there's a variety of sci-fi things that I'm very much interested in. I normally prefer superheroes overall, but I like a lot of sci-fi stuff too. I don't necessarily collect the sci-fi things, but hopefully I'm gonna get a cool shirt and some cool sci-fi things. Not a Star Trek parody book as I got from last box in the Nerd Block Classic. That was a little disappointing of all the Star Trek things I could get. But anyways, so let's get to it. And I'll talk about this for a moment. I have the Nerd Block sci-fi block. Now, what this was, and the reason I mentioned I wasn't sure if it's going to be the same as a regular sci-fi. I had ordered the classic sci-fi, this classic Nerd Block for September, and at the very end as checkout, they offered me to, for a discounted price, I believe it was $9.99 plus shipping, then I could do a grab block, as they called it. So I can add to my order another box. So I don't know if it would have been the normal box that would have shipped through their sci-fi subscription, or if this was because it was a discounted box, if this was a mixture of some leftover items, or if this is all new items and so forth. I do have coming in the mail in the next few weeks. We'll be showing videos. I do have a horror blowout box, they call that, and I believe I also have a maybe another classic blowout box. And those boxes that they give a disclaimer that those are items that you might have received already if you had subscribed with them for the past year. So I'm assuming it's just some leftover stuff. And from what I understand, no box is going to be the same in these blowout boxes. So we ended up ordering two classics, I believe it was, and we ended up ordering two of the horror ones, and expecting to be different stuff in each box. So that'll be exciting when those come in, and we'll be doing that. And so let's get to this, and let's open this box up. Let's see if Nerd Block has a chance of redeeming themselves. Now, just to talk about Nerd Block for a second, I've heard other people in other videos have talked about it. I haven't been doing this as long as they have, but a lot of them have mentioned that a little bit of disappointment in Nerd Block specifically, because a lot of Nerd Block has a bunch of different subscriptions each month. And I named some of those: the T-shirt, the juniors, boys, junior girls. There's a sci-fi, there's a horror theme, I believe there's a gamer theme, and there's the classic theme. And some people feel like, well, maybe they're just stretched too thin, and maybe they should cut back some of these boxes, and then focus on good quality, with less boxes coming out. Now, Loot Crate does the same thing, and they even have an anime box, and they even kind of go up the line with some more expensive boxes that they ship out quarterly. And they also have a DX box, they call that, every month, that has some extra shirts and clothing, I think, added to it, and maybe some bigger um, collectibles in there, props and some things I've heard about. So I haven't done a DX through Loot Crate, and maybe one day I will. But I think those run, they run a little bit more, $40, $50. So almost double the box um, price that you would of their standard a monthly subscription. So So we'll see with this Nerd Block. So I am excited to see what's going on here. Okay, I have looks like a shirt and a bobblehead. So we'll take a look at this. Well, let's do the shirt first. I always like doing the shirts. This looks like a Doctor Who shirt. So I am going to be happy with that. Let's see. I'll flip it here so you can see it a little bit better. And so it's the TARDIS. So that's pretty cool. I'm very happy so far. I'm happy with this. I'm happier with this shirt than I was the Harry Potter shirt that I'm wearing now. I do like Doctor Who a little bit more, and I do not have a Doctor Who shirt. My son has plenty, and he likes Doctor Who a lot more than I do. Okay, I also got a bobblehead. It is done by Funko, and I do like Funko products, but I collect the Funko Pops, not necessarily. I don't have any of the bobbleheads. So, not so excited about this one, even though it's Doctor Who. It's kind of cool. Kind of interesting. I got 2 Doctor Who items in the sci-fi. Let's see. Another thing is a retro figure, and I'm not excited about this. This is Firefly, and this is a what they call their retro figures and reaction figures. I take that back. It's a reaction figure, but it's a retro kind of a style. And it's Kaylee Fry from Firefly. Now, I've seen Firefly, and I've enjoyed Firefly, but these aren't type of action figures I collect, so this is something I would either give away or trade, so I'm a little disappointed there. So I got the t-shirt. I'm happy with the t-shirt. The bobblehead's not so bad. It's just something I don't collect. And this, I'm not even, I wouldn't even buy this if it was discounted somewhere for a few bucks. I'm just not interested in this, and I don't think the quality is that great with it. But these reaction figures, they're supposed to kind of be unique as far as old style, 80s style looking action figures. So they don't claim that they're going to be, very finely detailed as some action figures are. So, I mean, that goes for it. So you're collecting what's, something more nostalgic, something like an 80s look from what I understand. But not happy with that. Okay, I got a comic, and it's Star Trek on the Planet of the Apes crossover from IDW. So hopefully you can see that without too much of glare. I'm getting a little bit of glare here. So this is my Star Trek theme, I guess, to go with the sci-fi. And I guess Planet of the Apes would be considered sci-fi too. And this is a, I think I'm not sure, but in one of my boxes in the past, I've gotten this comic already. And the only thing different is it has Nerd Block's logo on the bottom, and that's the only thing different. But a little disappointed in this. So this is something probably I would give away or trade. And then I got a small sci-fi block magnet. So it's just really, really odd that I got this little, I don't know if this is like a speak and spell. I remember having one of these as a kid. And so it looks like it's their own brand of item that they put together. As you can tell, it says sci-fi on there. So it's their own brand, and it's a magnet on the back. So again, this isn't something I really care about. This reminds me of like a filler in a box, just to be able to say you added another piece to a box to make it bigger, and it's almost discardable. So not happy with that. Okay, and I got a picture. Okay, this is a little odd. I got a picture of Boba Fett, and it's just kind of like a thin piece of cardboard. I guess you can like hang it up in your bedroom. And it doesn't really say anything. It's not even a great picture of Boba Fett. So, or else it's supposed to be one of the Mandalorian guards, but I believe it's Boba Fett, and it just says printed in Canada in the back. So, I guess this is supposed to be the Star Wars thing in the box of the sci-fi. And this is kind of useless. I mean, if I wanted a picture of this quality, I could have cut this out of a comic book or cut this out of a magazine or something. It probably would look better. and hang it up on the wall. So I'm not happy with that at all. So far, I haven't had really great experience with Nerd Block in my last few boxes. We'll see. Again, I got a $10 credit to to Shirt Punch. I apologize for that, Shirt Punch. And so they have some interesting T-shirts. I did check them out. They do have some interesting T-shirts. So I might eventually use this. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm getting T-shirts almost in all my boxes, so I don't really see myself needing that many more extra T-shirts going out of the way, because I usually have plenty of T-shirts already. So, but it's nice for somebody who likes T-shirts and they go and pick which T-shirt they want. So I don't have a problem with this, and it's nice business, you know, for them. Then I got a coupon for 30% off to get another one of their subscriptions. Now, I'll pull this up a little bit and you can kind of see all the different subscriptions that they offer. This comes out monthly. Each month, it will cost you a fortune, but you can get every one of these different boxes each month. And so I'll probably use that to pick up something else that I haven't either tried the arcade or try maybe the Junior Block. I was interested to see what those are. That seems to have a lot of superhero stuff, which I like. And that. Then again, I got another $10 coupon from Nerd Block credit on another box. If I wish to order, I can save $10, which is nice to have. But I've got a lot of coupons all from Nerd Block, and so I guess they're trying to beef up their business. They're trying to get other people to try the different boxes, and so that is interesting. And it is $10. Well, the $10 would pay for the shipping. What I said about Nerd Block before was their shipping is always $10, at least in the U.S. And it's $10. That seems like a lot, especially if you buy a box on sale for $10 and then it costs $10 to ship it. You know, I guess you can't really complain, but you know, all of a sudden now your box is worth, you know, $20 because you're adding the shipping to it. So then I become a little bit more picky and little, you know, if this just cost me $10, if this just cost me $15, then, you know, then I wouldn't be as picky as I am on the quality of stuff I get. But if I'm putting out $20 every time because of the shipping, then I'm going to be a little bit more picky on the things. And then my expectations would be a little bit higher. So this is what I got with the stuff. So I got a bunch of coupons, which aren't bad. I'll probably end up using those. And did not really care for the magnet, like the magnet. It's almost like, you know, if you want to give me an extra thing on top of everything else, but they talk about getting 4 or 5 things in every box, and this is going to be one of those things, you know, to me, this doesn't really count. This should be like, you know, number 7 item or something thrown in there. So I think this is a little bit of a ripoff, and I don't even know what the value of this is, and you know what the real interest of it is anyways. The comic book, not too thrilled on the comic, and I've seen this before either in a Loot Crate box, this comic, so this is not necessarily exclusive to them because I've seen this cover already. So this is not a variant cover. It might just be a regular cover that they just put their stamp on. So that's something I'll probably would trade giveaway. This here, I don't even have words for this. I mean, it's super thin, and I don't even know why I got this. And so this would be just something I would give away. I mean, I don't even think I could trade this in at the bookstore, the comic store. I mean, they would laugh at me. I say, hey, I got this for you. What would you give for me? I mean, I don't even think they could sell it. It's just ridiculous. Now, the action figure, it's just not my cup of tea, but, you know, I might trade this. Somebody who's a big fan of Firefly who wants to collect all their stuff, then it would be an interest to them as a unique thing. So I can't say this is terribly awful. You know, comparing to this to the flimsy paper, you know, this looks like a lot better thing. The bobblehead is nice. I believe the bobbleheads go for, I think I've seen these at FYE. I think these things go for $15 there. So maybe you can get on sale for 10 or something. So it's not bad. It's a nice quality. It's a good size. but it's just something I would trade, so it's nothing I'm super excited about. Really, the only thing exciting about this is the T-shirt, the Doctor Who T-shirt, just because I don't have one, and I think that's pretty cool. So overall, the only thing I would rate this necessarily would be a 5, unfortunately. So my first Nerd Block was a 4, very hugely disappointed. This one, because I at least enjoyed the shirt, and is something I think I can use, so I'm going to give it a 5. It's very mediocre. It's nothing to brag about, nothing to say, oh, this is awesome, this is great, you got to go get this box so you can get this cool stuff. Now, seeing this stuff in the box, if these are things that you like, these are things that you collect, then maybe you're more excited about it than I am. But so far, I hate to say this, they've been around a long time. I'm not having a lot of great confidence in Nerd Block. And in the future, I might just order a special thing here and there if there's some sort of theme that they got me really excited about. But, then again, I'm going to feel like I'm just going to get something cheesy attached to that theme. There's so many cool things out there, and I feel like, I'm not getting anything really super cool. So I hate to say that, and I'm hoping that my next classic blowout box, they call it, is going to be awesome. The horror blocks I got coming in will be awesome. I'm not a super huge horror fan. My son is, but I'm not a super huge horror fan. But I like some of the slasher movies and so forth. And if I can get a pop or get something kind of cool out of it, or a figure or something maybe, but I don't want any cheesy paper or little magnets. I mean, I don't want stuff like that. I mean, that stuff, if I want something like that, I can go to the dollar store and pick something up maybe like that. Or I can take stickers and I can, cut the back of stickers and glue magnets on the back of stickers or something and make my own magnets that are much cooler. So this box just seemed a little disappointing, especially that I paid $20 for this box. So the T-shirt, I'll get, and then the other stuff I can trade, but I'll probably recruit my losses, or just come out even with the credit I can get trading it, or even just giving away some of the stuff. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please check it out. My other videos, as I said, my next video will probably post next week. Will probably be either a classic box or a horror box of the blowouts. So I'm interested to see what those are. So again, my friends, thank you for spending some time with me. And I hope I've been helpful with this unboxing video this time. Have a great day.